Studies have consistently shown caffeine to be effective when used together with a pain reliever to treat headaches. The positive correlation between caffeine intake and staying alert throughout the day has also been well established. As little as 60 milligrams, the amount typically in 1 cup of tea, can lead to a faster reaction time. However, using caffeine to improve alertness and mental performance doesn't replace getting a good night's sleep. One study from 2018 showed that coffee improved reaction times in those with or without poor sleep, but caffeine seemed to increase errors in the group with little sleep. Additionally, this study showed that even with caffeine, the group with little sleep did not score as well as those with adequate sleep. It suggests that caffeine does not fully make up for inadequate sleep. Rewarding business success doesn't always have to be done in a material way. A software company I once worked for had a great way of recognizing sales success. The sales director kept an air horn outside his office and would come out to blow the horn every time a salesperson settled a deal. The noise, of course, interrupted anything and everything happening in the office because it was unbelievably loud. However, it had an amazingly positive impact on everyone. Sometimes rewarding success can be as easy as that, especially when peer recognition is important. You should have seen the way the rest of the sales team wanted the air horn blown for them. Nancy Lurie and David Johnson conducted an experiment to study a teaching environment where the 5th and 6th graders were assigned to interact on a topic. With one group, the discussion was led in a way that built an agreement. With the second group, the discussion was designed to produce disagreements about the right answer. Students who easily reached an agreement were less interested in the topic, studied less, and were less likely to visit the library to get additional information. The most noticeable difference, though, was revealed when teachers showed a special film about the discussion topic during lunchtime. Only 18% of the agreement group missed lunchtime to see the film, but 45% of the students from the disagreement group stayed for the film. The thirst to fill a knowledge gap, to find out who was right within the group, can be more powerful than the thirst for slides and jungle gyms. According to the experiment above, students' interest in a topic increases when they are encouraged to differ. The market's way of telling a firm about its failures is harsh and brief. Not only are complaints less expensive to handle, but they can also cause the seller to improve. The seller may learn something as well. I remember a cosmetics company that received complaints about sticky sunblock lotion. At the time, all such lotions were more or less sticky, so the risk of having customers buy products from a rival company was not great. But this was also an opportunity. The company managed to develop a product that was not sticky and captured 20% of the market in its first year. Another company had the opposite problem. Its problems were not sticky enough. The company was a royal post office in Europe, and the product was a stamp. The problem was that the stamp didn't stick to the envelope. Management contacted the stamp producer, who made it clear that if people just moistened the stamps properly, they would stick to any piece of paper. What to do? Management didn't take long to come to the conclusion that it would be more costly to try to educate its customers to wet each stamp rather than to add more glue. The stamp producer was told to add more glue and the problem didn't occur again. Since it is better for the film to have buyers complain rather than go elsewhere, it is important to make it easier for dissatisfied customers to complain. A rich merchant lived alone in his house. Knowing that he was the only person living in the house, he was always prepared in case thieves came to his house. So one day, when a thief entered his home, he remained calm and cool. Although he was awake, the merchant pretended to be in a deep sleep. He lay in bed and watched the thief in action. The thief had brought a new white sheet with him to carry away the stolen goods. He spread it out on the floor with the idea of putting all the stolen valuables into it, tying it, and carrying it away. While he was busy gathering expensive looking items from the merchant's luxury house, the merchant quickly got out of the bed. Then he replaced the new white sheet with a similar looking white sheet, which was much weaker and much cheaper than the chief's one. He then lay down and pretended to be asleep. When the thief had finished collecting as many valuables as he could, he hurriedly tied a knot in the white sheet which he thought was his. The merchant meanwhile ran out into the garden and yelled, "Thief! Thief!" with all the air in his lungs. The thief got nervous and quickly lifted the sheet. To his surprise, the thin white sheet, filled with stolen goods, was torn apart. All the stolen goods fell down on the floor, creating a very loud and unpleasant noise. Seeing many people run towards him, the thief had to give up on all of the stolen goods. Leaving the goods behind in the house, he ran away in a hurry, saying under his breath, "This man is such a skillful merchant. He is a businessman to the core. He has not only managed to save his valuables, but has also taken away my new sheet. He has stolen from a thief." As he said that to himself, he ran away from the house.